again. I hope you guys are all having a great week. Great start to your Friday to check out this video and work through a new project with me. Today I'm making an invitation, and it has some stuff that you may not have at home, but some of the stuff is super easy to make by yourself. So if you have stuff like it, you can use that, or you can try and make stuff on your own. The most important thing about this project is it's all going to be slightly different, and that's kind of the best thing. It's going to be unique. All right. So I have some colors here. I love these colors. I don't do a lot of green and brown, mostly because I find it very difficult to work with, unless you add sparkle. So I'm going to see how this works. So far, I have hopes that it will turn out. I have a vision in my head, but we'll see how it goes. So let's start off by cutting off our base. So again, we're making an invitation today. So normally when I make invitations, I only have it one side, so there's not actually a fold. So I'm going to make it slightly bigger today. And it's going to be 5 by 7. So I'll make my 2 cuts. There's my 5 and my 7. So this is how big the actual invitation is going to be. I'll make another disclaimer here that I might make cuts before I actually decide the size of the card or the invitation. So just be aware of that if you're lower on paper and sorts. So we have our sliced invitation here, and now I'm just going to take a look at how I want to lay this out. So I want the invitation to lay this way, and then I'm going to have these hanging around there. So what I'm thinking of doing is starting off with a nice base, and I'm going to use this color. So I did a 5 by 7, and I don't want to show too much of the white because I want this to be the base color or the prominent plain color. So I'm going to do a cut here. I'm going to cut it at 4 and 7/8. Done with that one. By 6 and 7/8. All right, take a look at that idea. Perfect. So yeah, you only have a little tiny sliver of white. And then it's going to be up to you if you want to end up having the invitation written on here. Normally I would flip it over and then write whatever you'd like on here. So that is up to you, and I'll actually add a little bit to see if that turns out. But we'll get to that later. Now I'm going to glue this down and then imagine again. So I'm just using some ribbon tape here. I always use ribbon tape. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, I've tried out the other tapes. This is my favorite. So let's grab our scissors. I am missing a pair of scissors somewhere in this pile. Oh, I know where it is. It's not in the room. I'll have to go grab it after. All right, so I'm just gonna get my base down. So if you're following along with me, obviously you don't have to use the same colors or same styles of paper. You choose whatever 3 styles that you want to use. Just try and have one of those that are easy enough to stamp on, meaning if I were to stamp on this patterned paper, you wouldn't see it as well because there's multicolors in it, which is why I chose this olive colored green here. Okay, get this on there. One thing that I tend to do when I work with colors that I'm not very familiar with, like browns and greens, I try and multi-layer it. So I might be doing multiple layers on top of layers here. But again, we'll see how it works out. I am going to now cut a strip, about 2, I think, right now. So again, I'm just going to test this out first before I actually make the final decision. Let's see. So that one's going to go about like that. And then this will hang over top. Yeah, I think 2 is good. So I'm going to cut 2 by 7. I want it to go the full length here. All right. I'm going to again just glue this one down now. Perfect. All right. Okay. That's gonna go about there. So this is my other paper, and this is the one that I'm a little bit scared to use because it's so out there. So my thought process here is that I might do some corners with this. So I want to make some nice big corners. So I'm going to cut at, let's say, 3. Oops. Wow, my paper is not straight on that edge. Oh, that's why right there. Okay, that's better. I can see that it's not straight here because it curves out on that line there. So I'll fix that afterwards, but as long as it's bigger than my actual cut, we're fine. So, tape by 3 again. And let me just pull out my other handy cutter, just to make sure that I'm actually a 3 by 3 right now. Looks all right. Yep. Three. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So what I'm going to do with this now is cut on the top corner and the bottom corner, just lining it up with the cutting blade. Try and center it as my, oh. So because this is a bigger piece of paper, I don't really have to worry about it because I can hold on to that part. But if it was smaller, I would probably tape it down. The other thing I'm going to do is start cutting from the middle so I have more weight on the page, rather than if I started cutting from here, the page could slide down. All right, so this is what I'm imagining so far. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that top one, but let's see how it looks. It's kind of neat. I think I'm going to keep that. Just want to see how it looks if it's underneath this part. Oopsie days. How would that look? Yeah, I think I like that better. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull this back up. Sorry for if anyone's already put theirs down. I already ripped some of it. But it's okay because it's going to be covered up in a second. Get this out of the way for now. And I'm going to grab my tape out again and tape it down. tape both corners down. You don't need to do a corner this big. If you don't want, you can do one smaller and then it's a little bit less of the color. Again, this is all based on personal preference. But maybe you're just here to watch me make some products, do some projects. So you just sit back and enjoy. Get centered, sorry, not centered, right in the corner here. Use my fingers to make sure it's lined up right at the edges. And then I kind of just twist it as I'm looking at it. Fantastic. I'm gonna need to cut off this little chunk that, or maybe I can pull it off. Gentle. There we go. Actually, I don't even need to tape it again because it's still sticky. Fantastic. Oh, that looks cute. All right, there we go. Okay, so that part's just gonna hang there. And then I want to get these scraps out of the way. I'm going to stamp here and then leave this part blank for who the invitation's for, what's the event, all that. So I'm going to use a You're Invited stamp. Get this one. Pull out my stamping pad. Make sure that it's all lined up nicely. Okay. It's a brand new stamp too, so it's gonna look perfect. All right, nice and centered. Now you got one shot. This is the only sheet that I have like this. Fantastic. It's missing a little bit of ink there, so I'm gonna try and re-ink that part. This part came out really nice. That's what I love about this little thing, this tool, is if you mess up, you can really just keep inking over and over and over again because it doesn't move. Oh, that's perfect. I love it. So yeah, if you're using like a block, that's where it could get messy. I just use water when I clean my stamps. I know you can buy the special cleaners. I find there's not much of a difference using the special cleaners, and they're quite expensive, so I don't use them myself, but maybe there is a real reason to use the special cleaners. But you know, I'm an amateur crafter, I'd like to say. I'm not here to show you guys how to properly do crafts. I'm here to inspire you into making your own crafts and show you how I do mine. I guess it's not really like a sport. You can't really master this skill. It's mostly just what you love to do and showing off how you do it, I guess. Okay, I like that because what's gonna happen is when you pick up the invitation, this is kind of gonna twirl out. Or should I have this in front? I think I might do that. And then all you do is like lift that up. I think that's better. I like that. Okay. Now, what do I need? I need to pick my ribbon. I'm gonna go with this in the background. I'm gonna do it along there. And then I think, let's see if that color green match. It does a little bit, or should I just go plain Jane beige? No, I think I'm gonna style it up a little bit. Or this one. Nope, too much. All right. All right. And then let's get this part down here. sticky stuff, so I can't remember where I got this from, but this is sticky on the other side. It might have been the dollar store. So I'm just gonna stick it down if I can peel it up. Come on. There we go. All right. Pull that back. Now this is super sticky, so I'm gonna stop talking for a second to concentrate. All right. Now cut that off from behind. There we are. Get this out of the way now. All right. Okay. And this is going to be our color. I really have a lot of different colored greens in here, and I'm not sure I love it, but we'll see what it looks like with the finished product here. Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it simple like that. Paste it down and then slide that over slightly once I've got that part down. So I'm gonna grab my ribbon tape again. Take off a tiny chunk for this side. Okay, and get this down. Fantastic. Next, pull it tight, line it up, grab some more ribbon tape, and center that, and then you're gonna paste it down again. This kind of stuff underneath is like twine almost, so when you use stuff like that, you wanna make sure that it really sticks. If your ribbon tape sometimes doesn't stick very well, it's just even hot gluing this part down, just to make sure that these fancy tags don't fly off. Definitely don't want that. All right, there we go. Cut off the edges. All right, there we go. We have our finished product. So on this, you can write the information here, or you can always flip it over and write whatever you like on the back. You can put lines as well if you'd like to stamp there. So let's just quickly zoom in here. All right, here's our finished product. I'm so glad you guys could all come and watch this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked the first video that came out on Wednesday. And let me know if you like this video, if you want to see more, if you want to see something different. I am not the best at invitations. I'm not the best at these colors, but I hope that you liked it either way. And if you want to share your ideas with me, please do go to my website, www.uniquebysteph.com, and send me a message. Check out my website, see what other products I have on there, get more inspiration from there, and let me know what you like and what not. So subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another video. There will be another one next week. I'm so happy that you could all make it to the very end of the video, and thanks again for watching. Bye!